Protect your family today.
This is Rogers TV.
Hello everyone, welcome to Ottawa in the Know. I'm Julie Findlay, Mom in the Know, so it would be a great idea to have an Ottawa in the Know. It's summertime, everyone's out there looking for something to do, so I'm here to give you some tips with all of the lovely guests that are in order. I thought I'd go first because I do love being in the kitchen, but this time I'm getting kids in the kitchen. As you know, a lot of my kids have gotten older, so I brought my nephew Callan Norton Dumont, and I brought Karis Nyber. What grades are you guys in?
Five.
Five. Going into?
Six.
So these guys are already good in the to make?
I'd say pancakes.
Okay. Callan?
I like pancakes, but I also like making pies.
See?
Strawberry.
So this is what I'm saying, families at home. When you're in a rush all the time during the year getting meals together, take the summer time to take a break, get your kids in the kitchen. There's so much to learn. I've already got, Karis has a menu ready for us today because I was at the market this weekend and all we have is all of this beautiful bounty on the table we'll get to. But Karis, what's on the menu today?
We have strawberry lemonade, strawberry breakfast parfait, chicken strawberry salad with feta dressing.
So all of this is all strawberries. They're in season. You can do your pick your own. Have you guys picked your own strawberries?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, and do you like doing it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what's your favorite part about it?
I like finding the heart-shaped ones because you can like make wishes on those. Those are really fun.
Oh, nice. I didn't actually know you can make wishes. And do you like your strawberry picking?
Yeah.
Yeah? Any favorite parts?
Not really.
Okay.
I like finding the biggest ones.
That's true. So a couple of tips for everybody at home about strawberries. Right away in here, we've got some I'm going to take this bowl actually. Strawberries, when you pick your own, super easy to do. You just pull it from the stem. You don't pull it from the berry. When you get your strawberries home, you want to make sure that you rinse them only when you're using them. All these strawberries are full of seeds on the outside, so if you rinse them right away and put them in the fridge, the water absorbs and then they actually become too watery. So only cleaning your strawberries when you want them. Great tip too is freeze fry them, but we'll explain that another time. You guys look like I'm boring you to death. But I'm gonna get Karis. You're gonna start prepping some strawberries. You could take some of those. And what Karis is gonna do is just take the tops off, which we call hulling, and she is gonna start slicing them for some of our recipes. While she's doing that, we're gonna do a breakfast parfait. So super easy. This is our finished product right here with a layer of granola, yogurt, and strawberries. So first, Callan, if you can make the yogurt mix, which is a teaspoon of vanilla and a tablespoon of maple syrup. And if you stir that in while you're talking about this, I just want to give credit to this kitchen and this entire set. Does it over and over again. Sheila and her team came in and they gave me everything I wanted to do, because the other thing when you're having kids in the kitchen is be set up for it. Make sure there's the things that you like to use. And when the kids notice what they like to use, going to markets or going to local grocers or to Time and Again, all of those things are available. So right away, I'm going to take some of Sheila's granola right here, and we're going to use that as the filler for when we layer it up. So Callan, if you want to just take a tablespoon here, actually we'll just take this and just put this out. If you want to put some yogurt in here at the bottom, yeah, gave you the smallest spoon. Maybe what I'll do is I'll tip it for you. Just layer it here. See how it sort of just drips in? It's easy to do. And then you're gonna put some strawberries that Karis has right in the bowl. A couple of them. And again, wear your aprons. Make sure you can just wipe when you're done. If not, if you don't have a cloth nearby, there you go. And then you're just gonna add some granola. And you're gonna keep layering this for the strawberry parfait. Another quick and easy recipe for you guys to do at home is strawberry lemonade. So Karis has already chopped up 2 cups of strawberries. She's added in a half a cup of lemon concentrate, and she's just put it in a blender. Again, things you can do at home is making sure they've got blender or they're used to it. So Karis, if you want to just wipe off your hands and get your strawberry lemonade ready, just turn on the blender. Yeah, and just hold up the top to 1 and 2. There you go. Always perfect. And there you go. That is your lemon juice. If you want to take that off and pour it into your lemonade pitcher, give it a little twist. There you go. And then twist the top off. All you want to do is have a little bit of ice at home, pour in some of your strawberry, not a lot of it because it's quite condensed, and then you're going to add soda water halfway. So about 2 tablespoons there. Nice layering there, a little bit more strawberries. Yep. And that, a little bit more. And this is the idea, perfect. And you're gonna add some soda water.
Just some?
Yeah, you can fill it right up actually. And then you've got your strawberry lemonade. Again, people at home, don't worry about spilling, pour it right in. This is what I love about having kids in the kitchen. It doesn't matter if it's messy. You just have some fun. You have some conversations. There you go. You add some ice. You've got your strawberry lemonade. And then that lemonade puree can stay in the fridge for about a week. Okay, while I'm getting organized on the last one, you guys got any strawberry jokes for me?
What do you use to drink? A strawberry.
Oh, wow. I didn't even get a chance to ask. Okay, what's your joke?
What do you call a bunch of strawberries stuck in a line?
Oh, what do you call them?
A strawberry jam.
Nice.
Oh, I screwed that one up.
No, that's actually pretty good. Okay, fun. So the last thing we're gonna do, and I've got Callan here who's gonna organize the dressings. So another fun thing you could do with kids at home is get them doing the dressings or the marinades for your dishes. So this is a chicken salad with strawberry feta, right? Yeah. We got it. Okay, so we're gonna blend it again. Here you go. If you just put this in, it's feta cheese, a 1/4 cup. Okay, and if it does, great. And then if you could just scoop this in, I'll do it for you. It's a 1/4 cup of yogurt. And then the mixture inside that is going to be a tablespoon of olive oil and 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. You're gonna pass it over to your cousin there. She's gonna blend it. You just put that top back on. Don't worry about blending it too much. That's the idea because we only have a little bit more time left. But this is the salad here. We're taking advantage. Here you go, Callan. This is salad here. Oh, thanks. Perfect. And that is your dressing. So it makes, I'll leave it over there because I made some here and I just took a 1/3 part of it. This dressing I took with quinoa and I'm going to mix it in here. And it's gonna be a lovely quinoa salad. I've already done some there and we're just gonna dress the salad. So Callan, do you wanna throw all the ingredients on the salad? What have we got there? You can just dump it on. What are you putting on now?
Cucumber.
Cucumbers. So we have greenhouse cucumbers right now, field cucumbers all the way through summer. And what's next?
Pepper.
Perfect. We've got yellow, red, orange. There's lots of fun facts, Foodland Ontario, about all these vegetables. And then what have you got?
Strawberries.
Strawberries. And what I did ahead with another 1/3 cup of that dressing is I actually marinated. Perfect. No, this is why we're having fun. And this is why you're cooking at home. Everybody else can have some fun there. I've marinated some chicken with some yogurt and some spices. Of course, all these recipes on Foodland Ontario. There's actually a fantastic kids corner that you can have some fun in. Have some fun with your kids in the kitchen. I'm just gonna add a little bit of chicken on this because it's nicely barbecued. Now, barbecuing might not be something your kids wanna do, or maybe it is. If you are handling meat, of course, everyone at home, make sure you're washing your hands, make sure you've got gloves, and make sure you're tasting everything that you make. You guys might as well start eating strawberries. Thank you so much for joining me today. Are you gonna come in the kitchen with me another time?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna see them on the second edition of Ottawa in the Know, and we'll be right back with the rest of our Ottawa in the City Summer Special. Thanks.
This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
You're invited to join us for an hour to give. Each week we talk about philanthropy, time, talent, and treasure. You'll learn about what's happening in your community. Join us then.
There are thousands of reasons to support BGC Ottawa. The club provides a safe place where all kids and teens can experience new opportunities, overcome barriers, and develop confidence. But the best reasons? 85% of club members say they're better prepared to do well in life. 93% of kids receive the help they need with their homework. And 97% feel safe. As the club's Chief Programs Officer, I'm living proof that BGC Ottawa changes lives. Learn how at bgcottawa.org.
Welcome back. I'm so excited about my next guest. She's spent so much time making everything so perfect. Welcome back to Ottawa in the Know. We are with Trina Simard. We're leaving out part of the name, but you know her as the woman and the love behind Madahoki Farm, Indigenous Experiences on Hunt Club Road. She's just finished the biggest summer solstice festival that they've had so far, and this summer the farm is offering so much, so I had to make sure she came on because it's lasting all summer long. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here. Okay, so give viewers an idea of what the farm is going to look like this summer.
Yeah, so we opened Madahoki Farm in 2021, but so far we've, our doors are open Thursday to Sunday, but so far all of our experiences have been delivered to groups and schools and pre-booked experiences, so we're really excited to finally open those experiences up for families and locals and tourists to come into the farm every Thursday to Sunday to enjoy.
And what are the times Thursday to Sunday?
Yeah, so the farm's open 11 to 4, and all of our experiences are between 11:30 and 2, so they can come in to either of those, 11:30 or 2 p.m.
Okay, I have been to the farm and I spend a ton of time there not even knowing what some of these experiences are. First, when you do drive in, you see the lovely marketplace.
Yes.
So are some of these things, what can people see at the marketplace?
Yeah, so the marketplace is open all those days from Thursday to Sunday, 11 to 4, and we just have a beautiful assortment of Indigenous made goods. So there's arts and crafts, there's traditional foods, and one of the things we're adding for our public programming this summer is a bite or a taste of some of our Indigenous foods created in the kitchen, so they can shop and really just see some like sweetgrass baskets and quill work and jewelry, and there's really just
lovely gifts for everyone.
Beautiful things, yeah.
And you have your spirit horses there all summer. Tell me what everyone can do sort of in the farm area.
Absolutely, yeah. So, everyone loves to come to the farm and see our Ojibwe spirit horses, which are a rare and endangered breed. They're all pony size. We haven't announced yet, but we do have 2 new spirit ponies. So we've had a little boy and a little girl, Colt and a filly, that you'll be able to come and see at the farm as well. And some of our experiences that we're offering, including our Mishtadum, which means horse in Ojibwe. And we're doing these EAL experiences that we've been doing with Indigenous youths and groups, but we're now opening up to families in public.
Okay.
And it's basically the horses are teachers, and we're teaching about the 7 grandfather teachings while you're interacting with the Ojibwe spirit horses.
I love the 7 grandfather teachings. So if someone was going to come to the farm specifically for that, because I know a lot of people have asked for that, how do you best go around that? Do you need to sign up? Do you need to?
Yeah, so that would definitely be one that you sign up for, because we will limit it to 2 to 8 participants at a time so we can be comfortable with the horses. So that's going to be offered every Thursday, and people can pre-register for it. We do have a Saturday farm play, which won't be the interaction with the horses, but families can come and snuggle the goats. And there is kittens. We're trying to locate them again. Mom keeps moving them around and they keep popping up.
Yeah.
Kittens and bunnies and the goats, and we will introduce the ponies in their pastures and that as well. So we have a farm play that is more of a drop-in. You can pre-register, but you can come every Saturday for that as well.
So we've got Thursday, Saturday. I know people are looking every day of the week. So what do we have on Fridays?
Fridays and Sundays, we're going to do like an introduction to Indigenous cultures. So we'll show people around the farm, the gardens, the teepees and wigwams. moms, and then they will create their own dream catcher. So it's more of a hands-on craft kind of experience.
Yeah.
And our ambassadors will share a little bit about the Indigenous culture and teachings.
I have to say, everybody at home, if you have a moment to speak to any of the ambassadors, they're lovely. Everyone at the farm just wants to share everything about the farm and how it came together and Indigenous cultures, so it's great. The workshop is only $10, and all of that money just goes right back to the farm.
It
so
does.
It really is. If people want, okay, well, one more day, Sunday, we've got another creation workshop.
It's the same. So on Fridays and Sundays, we wanted to be able to capture weekdays as well as a weekend. So Fridays and Sundays, it's the same experience for the intro to culture and the dream catcher.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how would you like people to arrive? Because you do have parking on site.
We do, yeah. So I mean, people can come to the farm. The marketplace opens at 11. So if they haven't, either if they have pre-registered, they can check in, or they can come and register for the upcoming workshop. You know, enjoy some time around the farm. We have a play area. We have a legacy trail that you can walk. Lots of picnic spots.
Tell a little bit about the legacy trail.
Yeah, so we've actually, when we first got to the farm, our elders helped to follow the deer trails that naturally go through the farm. And so that's actually the trail that we've carved out. And we call it the Legacy Trail. We have a lot of signage on there. So it's just a nice little family-friendly stroll through the farm. But we have signage on the 7 grandfather teachings. There's some signage on the traditional plants and medicines that you come across on that trail. So it's just a really nice way to kind of softly explore, have a little nature walk.
And it's lovely, and you've got picnic areas, so people can bring their own food if they want to, but why would you? Because you have everything available.
Yeah, so we're now just starting to launch. There will be some Indigenous snacks and drinks and that available in the
And those
marketplace.
are from your chefs that are on site?
They are, yes.
Everybody should look up Billy Alexander, and Trudy, would she have some stuff there too?
It'll mostly be Billy, because Billy's in
Billy.
full-time.
Yeah. He did
Trudy's
a great
working
job at the
full-time.
summer solstice.
Yes, he did.
Definitely. Okay, we do have a minute or two, but would it be okay to just touch on the grandfather teachings? Would you like to share that with the viewers, just give them an idea of what the story means and what one can experience from that?
Yeah, so, you know, when we do the EAL experiences with the horses, you know, we kind of call it, so it's not so much therapy, although it is, you know, therapeutic to be with the horses, absolutely. But, you know, we focus on one teaching with each of the sessions, and so it might be, you know, we have honesty and patience and bravery. So, you know, we'll talk about, you know, what those teachings mean to us as Indigenous people. We'll do exercises with the horses that might emphasize, you know, and then reflect on how, you know, how they might have learned patience in dealing and communicating with the horse. And so then we look at how those skills were passed on. So it's, you know, a bit of cultural knowledge and teaching, and, you know, really allowing the horses to do their thing and be as healing as they are.
They are very healing. If anyone has had a moment to see some of the Ojibwe horses, they're lovely. They walk together. They're always, it's just the compassion they have. And when you come close, they're so tender. They have just almost like an inviting feeling when you do get a chance to meet you. You are a horse person. Your family are horse people.
Yes.
So it's probably your happiest place at the farm?
It is. I never imagined that my Indigenous tourism would take me into, you know, the horse world, which was a different part of my life with my daughters. But, you know, every day we get to be there and be with the horses is just so special. So we're really happy to be able to open that opportunity and, you know, have other families have that experience and really get to know what horses can bring to us.
Trina, I love talking to you every time. We almost should have an hour just you and I talking, even though you say you never want to talk. Thank you always for sharing. So I want to let everybody know at home, it's Madahoki Farm, Indigenous Spirit Experiences. You can just get on the website, make sure you sign up. It's open Thursday to Sunday, free parking, great summer thing to do. It's free for most of it, so just enjoy the time, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Miigwech.
Thank you.
Welcome to Community News and Events on Rogers TV, Channel 22. I'm Josh Rackless. The Parkinson Canada Superwalk is the nation's largest fundraiser dedicated to supporting individuals living with Parkinson's disease. The Ottawa portion of this year's walk takes place on September 7th at Britannia Beach Lakeside Gardens. Check-in time is 9 a.m., followed by a 10:30 a.m. start on a paved, stroller and wheelchair-friendly 1 kilometer or 3 kilometer route. Funds raised support critical research, advocacy, and programs that enhance the quality of life for those affected by Parkinson's. To register or to learn more, visit parkinson.ca, or you can show your support via donation or by volunteering. To have your community news or events listed on our website, please go to rogerstv.com, click on events, and post your event. That's it.
Well, we've definitely had some hot days this summer, and we will continue. So people are flocking to the water. The beaches are open, the river is open, the lifeguards are there, the volleyball nets are there, the snack bars are open. But one of the great additions, and continuing to be great additions to our water world, is wilderness tours, water tours. I'm with our guest, Joel Kowalski, who has been with the tour for 20 years. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so this is now the 50th anniversary of Wilderness Tours?
It sure is. It started back in 1975.
Wow, I feel like we're maturing, not aging, just maturing. Okay, well, tell me about what's happened over the last 50 years.
Wow, a lot. Our flagship experience in the Ottawa Valley has expanded to include tours here in the city of Ottawa, in Montreal, in Niagara Falls, and we've been running our tour, Ottawa City Rafting, here in Ottawa for 10 years now, and we just opened our newest location at Westboro Beach.
Okay, so the 10 years, I know a lot of people, myself including, has done the Ottawa City Rafting. Tell viewers at home what that includes for people. It's lovely.
It's a lot of fun. So it's a beginner-friendly rafting tour. It's family-friendly. It's ages 5 and up. It is a real rafting tour. There are real waves out there, but it's easy. We use our biggest size of raft, so it doesn't rock the boat around too much, but we do get splashes. Our guides actually have the large oar frame so they can control the raft easily. We also have fully electric motors on the back of the raft to help in between the rapids. There's some great highlights, some beautiful places to swim. There's incredible islands we go between where you'd never believe you're in downtown Ottawa. We stop for a cliff jump. It's a beautiful trip. It's about 2 hours, 10 minutes of water time, 3 hours, full cycle. It's one of the feature adventures of the city.
I would think so, because you have so much to share about the water itself. What's like one of the fun facts you like to share about the water when you're taking people down?
I just love, Ottawa is where it is because of the rivers. It's the Ottawa River, it's the Gatineau River, the Rideau River. So we get to speak with our guests about the history of Canada, of Ottawa, of where we are, and it's a lot of fun with some learning. It's a great tour. You
know what? I think that's why Ottawa in the Know really became Mom in the Know. It's just that idea of you're learning outside of school, and kids have the best experiences for sure, and families too. Okay, so let's talk about the new location.
Yeah, Westboro Beach.
Yes.
What a great spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
right down the road from Rogers, so anybody wants to go, start here, go there.
Yeah, so as a lot of people know, the site was being redeveloped for a few years, and there was a public bidding process. We threw in our name into the hat to the NCC with sort of our vision of what we thought, it could be down there, and they agreed, and so as of right now, we're operating the beach level patio with food and beverage. So the cafe, the outdoor bar, it's all open right now. And then across this summer, we're going to be rolling out some rentals as well as some tours right out of the beach.
Okay, and that's great. So everybody make sure they go to your website, which is?
westborobeachclub.com. You'll also find information at wilderness-tours.com.
Yeah, absolutely. So the tours that you will take, will that take sort of part of the Ottawa rafting tour, or a little shorter?
Yeah, so they're a little shorter. So the Westboro Beach location is about halfway down the typical rafting run we do with Ottawa City Rafting. But Out of Westboro Beach, our feature tours will be a Voyager canoe tour, which will be beautiful. Yeah. It goes up to the Deschaines ruins and back. And then going down the river, we've got a lazy river tour that we're going to be doing, which, yeah, believe it or not, there's a great lazy river to be had in Ottawa. With the guided experience, with the right gear. It is wonderful. It's a beautiful section of river. It's about an hour and 20 minutes long, and it's family friendly. It's really cool.
How many people fit in the boat, just in case groups wanted to do it?
Sure. So they're smaller inflatables. So they're like inflatable kayaks. So they're basically 1- and 2-person vessels.
Okay, but you could bring up to how many on the tour?
We recently did a tour with 30 people on a tour, and it went great. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we've been having some great weather, so it can't go wrong. But even in the rain, it doesn't matter. It's kind of pleasant.
It's kind of pleasant. You're getting wet anyways.
Exactly. Okay, so back to water safety.
Yes.
It's always high on parents, on families, on everyone's mind. A lot of new swimmers. The lifeguards are out there. You're friends with the lifeguards. You obviously have your background. What are some great tips that you can give families?
The number one tip is life jackets. Properly fitted, properly buckled life jacket makes any day on the water a lot safer, a lot more stress-free. So wear your life jackets.
Will you have some of these life jackets for rent at the beach, even if people aren't taking your tours? Is that?
So the lifeguards actually have life jackets as well, but for our rentals and for our tours, yes, we'll have our life jackets.
Okay, and when you say snug fit, like you should be able to put a hand through, or what?
They should be properly fitted. Yeah, they should be properly fitted so that the life jacket doesn't physically move around. So if you can lift it away from your body, it's too loose.
Okay. Great. And you don't have people are pretty good to listen when you're talking about safety on the water.
Yes,
absolutely.
Always.
You are not, what is your rafting background? 20 years. Like, how did you find yourself in this position?
Well, Wilderness Tours is a family-run business. So my dad, Joe, started this company back in the mid-70s. He was 25 years old when he started the company. And so I grew up from a very young age. Work starts young in a family-run business, and I worked through every single position. At our main Wilderness Tours location, we run a resort around the rafting experience.
Yes.
So I have worked everything. I've done maintenance, I've done kitchen, I've done housekeeping, I've done office, sales, guiding all the tours, instructing kayaking.
What do you do in the winter? Do you just get worried and bored, or you just don't know what to do?
Getting ready for the next season is still a full-time job through the winter, but I do find some time to get away with my family to go do some skiing and maybe some paddling in a warmer place.
Well, the good thing about the skiing, do you cross-country ski?
Sometimes,
and are you close?
Yes,
because I know that we're going to add a little bit of an addition to the Westboro Beach Club, which is the Grand Pizzeria.
Yes, that's right. So those are great people who run the Grand Pizzeria. We've already met with them lots. We're excited for their addition there. We are very excited about everything that's coming to Westboro Beach.
You know what? It's the place to go. Make sure you check westborobeachclub.com.
Yeah.
And Joel is being very kind about even all the work he's done. He was awarded Ottawa Business Journal's 40 Under 40 for entrepreneurial leadership.
Thank you.
We do appreciate all the time you spent on the water. Anyone at home that wants this experience, short or long, a little rough, a little lazy, love the lazy, or just have some fun at the beach club, make sure you head to Westboro Beach and enjoy your summer. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks so much for having me. It's been a lot of fun.
You're welcome.
Hello, I'm Liz Dowdsville, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario. In 2008, carbon monoxide, a deadly invisible gas, killed an entire family in our province. That tragedy led to a new law requiring homes with potential CO sources to have alarms. John Gignac's family members passed away that day, and he shares his story to save others.
Please make sure you have working CO alarms in your home. Protect your family today.
Join us for season 4 of Simply Cooking by Chef, Sunday nights at 8 o'clock, right here on Rogers TV. Welcome back. We're in full summer swing. I know people are always looking for things to do. You must get your bucket list out, and I'm going to help you fill that bucket list, because I have one of the best guests with me. She knows all things Ottawa. She's busy doing all the experiences everywhere around, and I'm super happy that she joined us from Ottawa Tourism. Sarah Laternas, Senior Manager, Travel Media Relations, and Best Guide of the City. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. What an introduction.
Well, it's so exciting. I'm just glad you made the time. I know it's super busy, but you've got to share with viewers what is going on in the city. Some parents, they feel like they fill their thing, and that's why I'm saying get that bucket list going.
So many
things.
Just
tell us how to fill it.
Oh my gosh, there are so many things, and it's so hard to narrow it down.
Yeah.
So I'll talk about a couple of the things that sprang to mind when you asked me to think of things to discuss. So the changing of the guard is coming back to Parliament Hill.
I saw it.
Isn't it wonderful?
I love it. In fact, it throws you off, but that was something we did as kids so often.
Yes.
And sorry to interrupt.
No, that's fine. It happens every day at 10 a.m. Mondays and Tuesdays, the band will play, and then Wednesday through Sunday, the full ceremonial guard will do the parade. So that's an iconic experience in Ottawa. So if you or your family or your visitors haven't seen it, that's something to get out and do. And that runs right up until the 20th of August, I believe.
Okay, we did touch on Westboro Beach. I know it's been one of your favorite places to go.
It was awesome.
But you were talking about, let's talk about the NCC shuttle service to Gatineau Park.
Yes, so National Capital Commission, for those of you who don't know the whole name, and I just jumped on actually last weekend. They have a free shuttle service. There are 11 stops, and it goes from either Ottawa-Gatineau in Pindigan Park to pick up, or the Chelsea Visitor Centre, and it will go all the way up Gatineau Hill from the Mackenzie King Estate to the lookout points. I went all the way up to the Champlain Lookout. It's so gorgeous.
Stunning view of our region.
It's so beautiful. It's magical.
Yeah, so always make sure, and this is another thing I tell families at home, when you are leaving, make sure you pack it all in, literally into your bag.
Yes.
Make sure you have sunscreen, you have water, you have cash just in case things don't work. You've got little games if kids are not interested in one thing, you just on-the-go games, but we'll get to that later.
Yes.
The great thing about the shuttle is, so are you off it for a long time, or is it an on-off situation?
It's a hop-on, hop-off.
Really?
It's really cool, and I wish I had more time. I jumped on actually at the Canadian Museum of History because I'd just done a tour there, and like I said, some of the main stops, and then Pink Lake is also one of them, which is a nice little hike. It's not too long. It's good for people of all ability levels and ages, and just gorgeous.
It's fantastic, and we've got to thank them and for you for promoting that. The other thing with that is Chelsea has so much to offer if you want to spend time there.
Yes.
There's the Chelsea Market Square.
Yeah.
Yes, we can go on forever. The farmers markets, how are they working this year?
So great, and there are so many. So I had to do my homework to talk about it tonight. So there are about 12 just in our region, and not just Ottawa, in the fringe area of Ottawa as well, Metcalfe and Cumberland and out in Carp. There are night markets available as well, and of course the Byward Market and Lansdowne are some also iconic places to go. And I also noticed on the write-up recently for Lansdowne, it's about 100 vendors. It's year-round, and it's for vendors from up to 100 kilometers away. So there's lots of varieties of things, from produce to meats and preserves and handmade goods.
You know what? I think what I'm going to do each show is bring something from the market, because I was just at the Lansdowne Market the other day, and they had the super microgreens, and he made a super spread out of 3 of those containers.
Okay.
And you just spread it on toast. It's like a basil. He does all the pestos. He's wonderful. His name's just escaping me. Another fun thing, the swing on the hill.
Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
So swing music enthusiasts will know.
Yes.
It's come back again this year. It's on the hill, and it's, again, for all ability levels. You don't have to go with a partner. There's a DJ, and there's swing music from the 1920s through the 1940s, and they'll have instructions, and it's just a party. Go and have fun, and I believe that's July 26th.
Yes, definitely. I saw some practicing up there the other day, so it does look very exciting. Yay. Okay, another thing that I advise everyone to do, you need to go to ottawatourism.ca, because it is filled with how to plan your stay. In fact, I'm not even going to interrupt you. You just tell us what we could do when we find.
Whenever I am mentioning when someone needs to find information about Ottawa, especially if they're coming to visit, you'll want to go to ottawatourism.ca. That's the website, and my go-to is always our events calendar. It's generated by the events planners within the city. So generally they have up until about 30 days prior to submit their events, and so it's like a living calendar. People,
festivals, museums, exhibits,
all
everything
of the
is there.
things, and it's constantly evolving. Every day it's updated because people just keep pumping information
and
into
you
it.
can get on a newsletter as well if you wanted. What's happening in Ottawa?
That's right. What's happening in Ottawa is our weekly newsletter. There's also so many blog articles. Like, that's where I got the information about our farmers markets.
Yes.
So even I have to do my homework, because there's just so much to do in Ottawa. And I've only been with Ottawa Tourism for 2 years, so your accolades were kind. Thank you.
No, you're absolutely right. It's just the enthusiasm you have. Thank you so much for showing us. Everyone at home, you've heard it here, ottawatourism.ca. We didn't I mentioned the museum pass, but it's something you want to take advantage of. My next guest can talk about that, but it's a lovely place to land. Make sure you take advantage of all things Ottawa. Ottawa in the know. It's the place to be. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks.
Welcome to Community News and Events on Rogers TV, Channel 22. I'm Josh Rackless. Get ready to leash up for a tail-wagging good time at the Waggle Walk and Run, happening Saturday, September 28th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Lansdowne Park. Hosted by the Ottawa Humane Society, this beloved annual fundraiser brings together animal lovers and their four-legged friends to support homeless and neglected pets in Ottawa. All funds raised help provide shelter, medical care, and loving homes for animals in need. Join hundreds of paws and passionate hearts for a day of community and canine celebration at the Waggle Walk. Visit ottawahumane.ca for details. To have your community news or events listed on our website, please go to rogerstv.com, click on events, and post your event. That's it.
October 5th, 2014, my daughter was hit by a train. She was walking along the sides of the tracks, and it shattered her world.
You're watching an interesting local show on Rogers TV and you want to know more. That's when you head to rogerstv.com. Our website provides more information about our programs, our hosts, our schedule, and about how you too can get involved with Rogers TV. Visit us online at rogerstv.com.
Welcome back to Ottawa in the Know. I'm Julie Findlay, and I just wanted to talk about the set a little bit. This set is sort of the idea that you're in your own backyard, you're organizing all of your plans this summer. We've had a chance to meet great guests, and it's also a place of gathering. And my next guest is going to tell us where we're going to want to gather, because this is where everybody does want to gather, and it's something that has music and local food and along the river. And that's Julie Moffat with us, with the president and CEO of Les Grands Feux de Casino Lac Limay at the Museum of Civilization. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Julie.
Thank you. So this is the 28th edition of Les Grands Feux. So tell me about, or tell viewers what we're going to expect this year.
As much excitement as usual.
Yes.
We're very happy to be welcoming amazing countries again this year. So we're going to be seeing Japan, Australia, Mexico, and we also wanted to make sure that there was a sweet spot for Canada. So our opening night is with Royal, our usual partner for pyrotechnics, who's going to be welcoming a set of DJ live on site, so to accompany the fireworks this year. So we're going to have, yeah. So it's a premiere for us to have live music, and I think it's something that we want to explore for years to come.
You know what? I think it's actually the thing that you almost want to do, because I've had a chance to see the fireworks from afar, and I've had a chance to be on site. And hands down, everyone at home, you want to make sure you're on site for one of these experiences because it's beautiful from the get-go. So let everybody know just what will they find on the grounds when they come. If they're coming with their family, what can they do?
It's really we have the chance to have an amazing and beautiful site at the Canadian Museum of History with the view on the Parliament and the water. But also we're making sure that people get busy as soon as they are on site. So there's activities for the whole family. This year we're going to have special workshops with a group that's called Nature en nous, and so they do sustainability workshops with kids, so art, crafts, and all of these things, but really around eco-friendly solutions and things like that.
How does someone sign up for that?
It's really just walk in and get on site. It's right under the dome at the museum.
Okay.
So if there's rain or if there's too much sun with us, it's still going to be very comfortable.
It's a perfect place to take a moment.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're still doing l'heure du conte, which is storytelling around 7. So a lot of activities for families. But we're also thought of the couples and friends that also come that are closer to the 18 to 25 range, with a new zone that's called La Zone Flambeau, where there's going to be DJs and local food and microbreweries, so really something exciting.
So it's a zone on its own.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, that's lovely. And when does that start for people who want to show?
So it's from July 30th to August 16th. We welcome people around 6 p.m. to really make sure that they enjoy the site and all of the activities and the food, and then the fireworks start around 9:15.
Okay, and with the fireworks, what can people expect from the different countries? Like, you've seen a lot of countries over the years, so do you have some favorites? I know you want to say Canada first, but we'll just say that automatically, but what are some of the ones you like to see?
But I think it's actually the beauty of seeing all of them. That's sort of our chance, because it's always amazing to see how one firework is different from the other. So it's really about the firms that we're working with are artists in the end, right? So they really create specific shows. Some of them go in something that's more exciting, and others go into different types of emotions as well. So I think having the ability to see more than one gives you that chance to sort of travel to that country. So
that's a lovely way to put it.
Thank you.
And all of them are with music.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's the big difference. If you think of a firework as opposed to a pyro musical show, which is what we're proposing with Les Grands Feux, it's really the merge between the beauty of the firework in conjunction with the music. So it really creates something that's very different. And you were right about saying the best way to see it is on site, because some of the firms also do portions of the fireworks right on the river. So that's something that you can't catch if you're further back or somewhere else than on site.
And if no one has been there, again, you do need to see it, but the grounds of the Museum of Civilization is layered. So there's opportunity, like you said, for people to get out of the sun if it's too hot.
Absolutely.
And then you do also have some lovely places to eat and local eateries. That's always what I'm looking for, is the food. So I like to get there early and try everyone. So do you have some of your special favorites back?
Yes, of course. We're working with local food and chefs again, and there's very different options. So if people want to go to a food truck, that's an option. We have a great variety of food truck on site, but we also have in that zone that we were talking about, La Zone Flambeau, a pop-up where different chefs will be presented every night. So come early.
Oh, great. And are the chefs listed with the fireworks on the website? Like, can you plan something perfect? Okay, but I do agree. You do have to see everyone in order to do it. So what type of experience are you offering? Is it family tickets by nights, group tickets?
It's all of that. So really depending on what the options are for the family or for the people coming in, we have reserved seating where you get the best seat in the house with your special spot right beside the river. Otherwise, there's still general admission as well that's still accessible. We wanted to make sure that families could enjoy the show. So we've always kept it very accessible. So that's another option as well. And for the ones who want to do the 6 nights, then there's a special passport as well that's available.
I like the special passport. It's worth the time for sure. When you say accessible and there's public seating for everyone, what do you suggest to families or couples who want to come and can they bring their own lawn chair?
Absolutely.
What are some of the rules?
Yeah, if you're bringing a blankets or your own chairs, that's always a possibility for sure. And there's also an accessible section for people in wheelchairs. That's also an option that we have available.
Absolutely. So there's, again, qc.ca is the best place. It has been at the bottom, and we'll make sure that we send that out to viewers. And so it's how many nights?
6 nights this year.
6 nights, 6 countries, 6 beautiful days on the river of our beautiful city, Museum of Civilization, Les Grands Feux, Casino, Lac Limay. It's beautiful, always nice to have you in. You know so much about it. If you do get a chance to see Julie, she will be walking quickly through the grounds, but you do always stop to chat with people because there's so much to know. But take some time on the site, plan your perfect visit. We've got transportation that goes in and out quite easily. You've mapped it out and made it so easy for everyone. Thank you so much for coming to the show, and
thanks for having us.
Have fun in the city this summer. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Liz Dowdsville, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario. In 2008, carbon monoxide, a deadly invisible gas, killed an entire family in our province. That tragedy led to a new law requiring homes with potential CO sources to have alarms. John Gignac's family members passed away that day, and he shares his story to save others.
Please make sure you have working CO alarms in your home. Protect your family today.
Watch Podium exclusively on Rogers TV.
This week on Canada Files, Dr. Tak Mak. His groundbreaking discoveries changed the course of cancer research and pioneered immunotherapy, which many see as the greatest weapon in the fight against cancer.
This is Ben Weiss of the Historical Society of Ottawa. Join us for a new series here on Rogers TV, where we explore Ottawa's fascinating history, the people, places, and events that shape the city we live in today. Join us as we go time traveling exclusively on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Ottawa in the Know. I've had so much fun. It's so easy when a lot of your good friends are everyone that knows everything about the city. So whether you're planning to travel across Canada or just across your own city, my next guest will tell you how to do it all. Julie Buin, one of my closest friends. She is in the know probably more than I am, and she's the Managing Director, Communications and Public Relations for CAA North and East Ontario. A big title, but nothing she can't fill. She is going to fill us in with all that we need to do this summer in Ottawa and across Canada. Welcome.
Oh, it's so great to see you here in, our old stomping grounds.
Absolutely. And you still do everything for community and make sure that everybody is on the go and doing it.
Yeah.
So where should we start? Let's go across Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. So with CAA North and East Ontario, what's the best way we can use I have CAA. Viewers, if you do not have it, you need to get it. The amount of discounts, the amount of help, it's not just road assistance. It is so much more. Why don't we start there? What is so much more?
Well, you know, here's the thing that people don't realize is that CAA is a nonprofit. We actually operate for our members. And we are trying to make life a little better every day. So that means, you know, for example, you love poutine, you can go to New York Fries, which is a Canadian company.
I know.
And buy one, get one free until July 9th, any flavor of poutine.
Okay,
right?
Jackson's running out there right now.
Right.
Yeah.
See you later, kid.
Yeah.
So it's just like you have that card with you or on your phone or on the app. And having a CA membership, it's like a lifestyle membership, right? It's like everything from your insurance to your travel plans to where you're going to eat out, you know, going to museums, going to games, everything. So when we're talking about, like, we're having this whole internal conversation at the office about, is your summer as Canadian as possible? And it's sort of in the context of what's happening geopolitically. But when we actually start to dig into what we love the most about being Canadian and living in Canada, it really goes back to a lot of our childhood stuff, right? Like our touch points where we didn't like sort of travel as widely. So, you know, we were talking about...
But we're always in the car.
Right, always in the car. So my fondest memories as a kid growing up was being in the Ford Country Squire, woody paneling on the side.
Seats going backwards?
Right?
Yeah.
We
used to we're best friends.
We used to lie in the back as the dad's driving. Camper on the back, canoe on the top, dog in the front seat, 5 kids, and not a device in sight because, of course, that was still a fever dream of 2 decades further down the track.
We had our tape cassette. We sang a lot of songs.
Sang in rounds.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So many games that as Gen X that we played as kids that our kids enjoy or our grandkids can enjoy that are literally like so highly engaging.
Which is a great thing because as we're traveling across Canada or even across our city is also a city of recreation and tourism, but it's also of a little bit of traffic. So you might be stuck somewhere and you're not going anywhere fast. So have these games on hand. These games we're talking about, Julie was just talking about, she just did a blog, but they're even as simple as the punch buggy, which has been great because there's a lot of like almost movement, like you gotta be hand-eye movement because as soon as somebody sees a buggy, they gotta move out of the way.
Right, and so you don't see as many VWs, that was what it was. So now it could be like EVs or, you know, you could use different.
Oh, absolutely.
Right, but for us, it'd like sometimes break out into a brawl in the back seat, right? So there are less violent games like we were talking about. Would you rather? Like, would you rather live in a mansion or in a cabin with your best friends? And so we used to play that with the kids all the time.
And it allows everybody to have conversations and get to know themselves. And that's what's happening around the city. Getting around the city, you have so much good news about the sports teams. Yeah, please tell people how they can engage in the sports teams with CAA.
So many ways. So first of all, just to go back to traveling, CAA members save at Shell on fuel and car washes and snacks, so there's that sort of little bit of support. But when we're talking about the sports team, so we support the Ottawa Titans, Ottawa Athletico, Rapid FC, the women's soccer team, the Red Blacks, the Ottawa Senators. So CA members save up to 30% on tickets all throughout the summer. And I came up with this concept last year called First Time Fans, where we give away, I think last year, 4,000 tickets to new Canadians, to under service schools, under resource communities, and that sort of thing, so that kids could go to see a football game or a soccer game, or go to one of our museums, right? All 3 Ingenium museums and the Museum of Nature. We give away tickets to all these things because it's so important to find your place. And we're talking about, is your life as Canadian as, or is your holiday? You know, for people who are new here or who don't have the resources to, you know, bring the whole family to a football game or whatever, we're also there to help those guys and to build resilient communities. But for the average CA member, of course,
yes.
the world is your oyster.
Give people how easy it is to become a CA member. We've got like 1 minute left, but this is
my goodness,
it's so easy.
You just go to CAA.ca, getCAA.ca. There's a million ways in. You go to our website, CAANEO.ca. There are always offers on. Right now, 15% off memberships.
Oh,
right?
great.
And if you get the
They're not
CA,
even that expensive for what you
$30
get.
a year for the CA Everyday membership, plus 15% off. Most people make that back in 3 trips to the petrol station and 1 trip to see a football game.
You know what? Get to that website. It's easy to chat with anyone. Always lovely to chat with you. Thank you so much for always being the best person in the city. Thank you to everyone that joined me in Ottawa in the Know. I am Julie Findlay, Mom in the Know. You can see the combination there. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you're enjoying your summer. And please reach out if you want to know what's going on this summer. We have all you need. Thank you so much.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Hey everybody, my name is Karen. I'm here with my best friends Shane and Monique. Join us on Rogers TV for Fitness Faction. Every week we're going to take you through a full body workout. We've got strength training, we've got cardio, we've got HIIT. Ladies, let's get back into it.
I think we've got 10 more skaters. Let's go.
In baseball, there's nothing more important than making it home.
George Springer has tied the game.
Doesn't matter how you get there.
It's gone!
But I do it with style.
Boy, has he got some kind of power.
And a little swagger, too.
Because no matter where you happen to be,
there's only one place.
Jays fans call home.
Sportsnet. Sportsnet.
Sportsnet.
Sportsnet, home of the Blue Jays.
You're watching Rogers TV.
One of the interesting things when the canal started, it was done under wartime conditions. There's a whole backdrop to the unfinished business of the War of 1812. So what Boy needed at the time was a massive influx of labourers. And now there weren't many Irish in Bytown at the time. Most of them came in from Ireland. So the Irish in Bytown in 1826 were recent immigrants brought in on returning lumber ships to work on the canal. So the conditions here at the time would have been pretty rough, even by the standards of the day. And when we do the research on it and we look at the way it was set up by a military installation, hiring contractors, fast forward, bringing in all these workers who, by the way, were coming in from famine conditions in Ireland. They were pretty destitute. Now, at the time, the canal was done pick and shovel by hand. And if you look at this area here, at the top of the hill, that's where the cut was. This was a big, giant kind of hill. It was hacked out by hand, but also used in black powder explosives. It was very dangerous. There was a lot of injuries, a lot of loss of life. The actual work conditions were brutal. And then the conditions of the workers, they lived in, for instance, they lived in hovels where they cut into the side of the canal. They lived in shanty towns. So the daily tread was dangerous work, floods, water, all sorts of premature explosions, and then malaria and disease. People look at it today, they say it's amazing that how many survived it. A lot didn't. A lot died. And at the time, very low regard for a working person in 1826. So the canal took blood, sweat and tears of over 1,000 killed and died on it. We don't know their names, but we are honouring their memory. About 15 years ago, a group of us got together, ordinary people in town here, connected up at the Labour Council, the Irish Society and various heritage groups around town to erect a Celtic cross that was paid for by the community, is written in 4 languages reflecting our community: English, French, Irish Gaelic and Algonquin, because we honour the native land we live on. Now every year at Colonel Boy Day, or Boytown Festival, the Irish Society, the Labour Council, and various people gather at the Celtic Cross and have a ceremony. Now, it's also got into walking tours. It's getting into the guides. We feel it should get more into the historical section and more into the schools. There's work to do yet, but from where it was a few years ago, we are celebrating it. So that's my passion. Tell the story of those workers and honour those workers, and all of them, in turn, all of them. This country was built on the backs of immigrant workers, and the first of them were the Irish. And we're very proud of that. We shouldn't be, we honour them. People come down here from all over the world.